I've always kept a diary, a little book which I buy every year. And I was looking through it the other day and I noticed on one of the pages I'd written, I hate Daddy.
Please, miss.
Please, sir.
Please, miss.
Please, sir. Goodbye.
I left school and all of a sudden, freedom. I needn't wear that horrible uniform. I needn't wait for a bell to go into assembly every morning.
Goodbye, Dolly, goodbye, plastic guns, tin soldiers, farewell, goodbye, old man, old lady, ta-ta. Goodbye, round-toed shoes and Father Christmas, goodbye.
I'm alone now, and growing away from people and losing contact, and this is the loneliness that you feel inside yourself.
It's all new and like an adventure which you've got to face, and it could be a nice adventure. You never sort of know how it's going to be. I mean, like when you go somewhere strange or turn a corner that you don't know what's on the other side, it could be something really beautiful, or it could be a cliff edge.
The tale of the children of a troubled world. The tale of a search and of a long journey. Leaving the safe and guarded fortress, the searchers walk in the trackless places. From the world behind the wall, out from the shelter of green oases, each one comes and walks alone high on the stony ridges, stumbling across the broken ground, searching for peaks of fabled mountains.
I'm 19 years old.
I'm 15.
16.
15, 16, 17.
I'm just coming up for 18 years.
Always seem to be searching for something. Sometimes you think you find it, or part of it, and then you lose it again.
I'm 19 and a half.
17, nearly.
I'm nearly 20 now.
To live. To go anywhere and live. To wherever it is. Especially in deserts and places like this.
I'm 16.
14. Nearly 15.
I'm 17, you see. I mean, I'm only young. When you're our age, at least as I feel, that there must be something in life, something to be had. And my problem is that I can't see it. I don't know what I'm searching for, but I feel that there must be something there.
Nearly 18.
19.
I'm 20.
But now, as I'm getting older, and you begin to think for yourself, this is when it comes very difficult for you, because you begin to get your own thoughts, and that's when you wonder whether you're just using your parents' thoughts or whether you should be using your own, what you feel yourself.
I'm 17.
15.
18.
19.
When people talk about young people, that's me, they're addressing me and they're talking about me.
I'm 17, you see. I mean, I'm only young.
To me, I feel important. But to the world, no. I mean, to me and my surroundings, I'm the most important thing.
I've got to understand.
I can't stand routine at any time.
I want to break away.
There's a world in front of you. you've only got a certain space to go. I go to my factory and come back. That's supposed to be my bit of seeing the world. The whole world in front of you. The whole world to see and things that haven't been discovered.
All the years I've waited for this day. All the time I've been preparing, now I'm on me way.
I just want to go.
There's a world outside just for the taking, a life is there just for the making.
Time that I was going on my way.
I always feel that anything can happen at any time. I'm going to wake up one morning and something in the post, or I'm going to meet somebody and something's happened to me.
Goodbye, old world, I'm leaving you behind. There's a brand new universe waits there for me to find.
You can't put it to words.
A place where no one else has been, a place that no one else has seen. It's time that I was going on my way.
To me, there's far too much to do and to see, and too many people to meet, and too many places to go.
The years between, say, 10 and 21, that's when you'd have a little bit of enjoyment. You're free, no things to hold you down. You're supposed to be able to enjoy yourself. That's the age.
Mean to live my life before I die. Mean to ask a million questions, know the reason why.
I want to find out about things.
Don't leave a single taste untasted. Don't let a single hour be wasted.
Time that I was going on my way.
Stood on the edge and watched the dance too long. Get in the ring and swing your partner while you're young and strong.
Get the beat, get the urge to dance.
Your life's your own, only you can live it. Move to the beat, man, now get with it.
Time that I was going on my way.
Getting away from the tragedy and getting something out of life.
Something definite, something you can rely on, something to be there always.
Pointless.
I'm just drifting.
Life's got no meaning, really.
Continual A to Z.
Just seem to drift on and on and on.
Sometimes I could scream that
making
time goes so slowly,
life
wanting something to happen,
give you
waiting for things.
Like when you go somewhere strange or turn a corner.
There's always this thing again, you know. Why be different? I mean, everybody else is quite happy to be as they are. Why do you want to be anything more than you are?
I mean, you got to be yourself.
You know, I'm nobody, and
I'm just drifting, waiting for things.
I've got to vibrate, you know.
I think being in this country at the present time is just a huge adventure.
Waiting for things.
Life itself, to me, is just a huge adventure.
Waiting. Waiting. Waiting.
We're searching for something, but we've got no idea what it is. Something unusual, not routine, something that's out of this world, something that's unique, something that no one else has done, something that sets you different from everyone else. Because teenagers are teenagers. You sort of class with millions of other teenagers. You read about teenagers. You can't get pick up a paper without seeing teenagers. And to think that you're one of them, you're just the same. You want to be someone entirely different, someone unique. And this is what you're searching for, that thing that's unique.
What is it like, the world outside, world beyond the wall? Does it compare with all the tales they tell? What is real and what are dreams in that world where nothing is what it seems? Who can advise me?
How can I use the lessons learned that I've outside the wall? Can I walk through fire and not be burned on the way? How can I make that world my own and fight the fear when I'm alone? Who will instruct me? You, the two who gave me breath, you who fashioned me, you who clothed me with your flesh and bone, you who fed and sheltered me, open the door and set me free. Now you can help me.
I want to break away. When you're born, your mother thinks, oh, he's going to be a great lad. You're cast, you're moulded, and that's where you're going to be. But if you break away, you're regarded as strange and as a beatnik or something.
You shouldn't go out with boys, you're too young.
You're not going, I am going. You're not, I am going.
You're not old enough. You don't do this. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Were you with?
I think you're born to die. You know, you just eat, sleep, drink and die. And that's it. That is their happy life.
The tale of the children of the troubled world, the tale of the search and the long journey. Each one awaits the word of comfort, the simple gesture of recognition from those who once made the same journey.
I found it very difficult to talk to my parents.
I have no trouble with my dad because he's on nights. He's been on nights for 6 years.
Of course, I respect my parents, but I don't think they realise I'm growing up at all.
I never discussed anything at home. Parents were too busy watching the television.
My dad sits there and I don't talk to him because we only row.
There's my father. He's worked himself to death just for me.
So I sit there all night long with nobody to talk to. This is the honest truth. And, you know, I've got nothing except me mates. It's probably my fault as well, not just them. It's just the way things are.
And when I start discussing this with my parents, she just gets all hurt and won't discuss it with you at all. She says, I don't know what to make of you, you know.
Do you ever think that there's such a thing as a sort of a family life? I honestly don't. I don't know, you get this jazz about mother and the father, and it's out of Enid Blyton, isn't it?
Where is the child who would climb on my knee, weaving her dreams with my own? Who is this woman who faces me now, hostile, remote, alone?
It just happens. There's no point in blaming anybody.
Where is the one who is patient and kind, sharing my dreams and my play? Who is this stranger that faces me now? Why does he turn away?
I think if they try to understand my point of view, I try to tell them that I've got to go through this,
It's no good believing in one thing all your life. I think you've got to believe in different things to eventually reach something that you're going to understand and trust in.
Where is the trust, respect that is owed? What of the plans and the schemes?
The dream, it was fine. It was yours, though, not mine. Now let me find my own dreams.
They don't seem to realise what we want out of life is not what they think we should have. It's what we want. And you don't seem to be able to pass that over to the adult world in any form, you know.
The things that they want to do are entirely different to the things that I want to do. They're in a rut, aren't they? I mean, I want to do different things.
My mum keeps saying, why can't you be like Hilda? She's steady. She got married, now she's got a baby. And because I'm not married yet and I'm not going steady with anybody, she thinks I'm being different, you know. This is all she can say all the time. Why do you have to be different?
I suppose it's understandable. You know, she don't know how to treat me, really. She don't know what to do, because it's never happened with her before.
She seems to take care as she's done the right thing in life, and I'm not doing the right thing. I'm being stupid, you know, just living in a big dream world all the time. My mum.
My father.
My mum keeps...
There's my father. He's...
My father?
My father, really.
I think my old fella...
The same old man.
My old fella.
My dad.
Oh, man.
My mum and dad.
Me and my mum have...
Me and my dad just...
My mum.
My mum and dad.
My mum.
My mum and dad. My mum and dad. My mum and dad.
No, sir, goodbye, 3 bags full, sir, goodbye.
Because the mummies and daddies of today is advertising. They're really telling you what to do, although you don't really know it. I mean, you walk down the road, I guarantee you don't get 10 yards without there's something advertised. And they're really the mummies and daddies, like that film 1984, Big Brother. They tell you what to do. It's the way it's put over, craftily. Sex is brought into it. You see a girl buy these nylons. You see her showing half her leg. Or you say, smoke this pipe. You see a big handsome bloke, like big muscles, you see. Psychological.
What have you got to worry about? You haven't got nothing, have you? You've only got to worry about your work, and that's not much worrying that. You do it right. You've got nothing to worry about.
Big deal.
Yeah.
Either you're with it or you're not with it.
Whoever, whatever, wherever you are, be with it. See that you live it up, always be with it. Dig it, Dad, be with it, lad. Live it, Dad, be with it, lad, be with it. Don't be a nit, don't be a creep,
don't be a dozy.
Don't be a nana, don't be an old red nosy.
Don't be a square. Always beware the kicks are show the baskets you don't care.
They think, well, let's do something different.
It's the way the papers say you should rebel. You'll get in the papers if you're a raver, mate.
That's it, I read in the paper this morning.
This is the younger generation. You know, here they are, look at them, aren't they funny? Well, they're going to grow 3 years or what?
The world is there, go in and crack it. Put on your short Italian jacket.
You're screaming.
Polish up your chisel toes until they gleaming.
Be with it.
Let your hair grow long, don't be a square. It's only squares who wear short hair. You cut it off, the chicks will scoff and call you creepy.
We've got mate Wiz, haven't we? And he's got great long hair. And he's lovely. It was just like Buffalo Bill.
Be with it, be modern, be smart, be right.
And always wear your trousers tight. The bottom's 14 inches. And if it pinches in the crotch, then never mind. That isn't much to pay for being with it.
I wouldn't wear a jacket, double-breasted, dirty, great big long one, like my dad wears. Why? Because all my mates don't.
If you're looking for the smartest, then you'll pick us. When we're wearing modern suits and winkle pickers, you can spot us, we'll be standing out a mile. We're the girls who always wear the latest style.
A modernist definitely is smart.
From the start to the end, we know every fashion trend.
We're with it.
We know everything about what is in and what is out.
We're with it.
It's because some bloke in Paris who's running around a dirty great big Rolls or Mercedes says, I think next week we'll have them up an extra inch. You see? You haven't got any option. Why do you have them up an extra inch? Because everybody else has got them up an extra inch, that's why.
We're off to a dance in the old Locarno, all dolled up like Bridget Bardot. Dead sultry but smart, as a tart in a foreign picture.
Eggs film, sex film, dead hot, dead frank, dead daring.
Who do you think you're staring at, you clown?
Showed the lot all she got.
Oh, you've got a one-track mind.
Flash it,
Belt up.
twist and turn and twist.
Go away, you'll never be missed. Twist and turn and twist.
17 and never been kissed.
Who's talking?
Beat, keep jiving.
Beat. Got the message in me feet.
Beat, beat.
Who's screwing? Who's swooning?
Beat, 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 beat.
Simple, that's the main thing. Simplest kind of music you can.
Tap your feet and
Grab a bird and get the beat.
get with it.
So I was walking up Tottenham Court Road and there was a pile driver working there. I stopped and listened.
Like the beat.
Regular,
like it.
monotonous badong, badong, badong.
The beat.
It's fascinating because of the sheer monotony and the deadness and the spellbinding effect. Walking up Tottenham Court Road.
It just...
The pile driver working.
Oh, I really like listening to that.
Your feet are tapping and then your hands start, and it just makes you look around, look for a bird.
The important thing is that your mind is very nearly at rest.
Only people with baggy pants and girls who wear really long skirts and no makeup and beatniks, only they listen to the other kind of music. No, just like because we don't understand it. I mean, we never really give them the opportunity to understand it. It's just sort of...
Just builds up inside of you, makes you burst out.
Beat, beat. Snap your fingers, shuffle your feet and beat, beat. Hard and crazy, cool and lazy, beat, beat. Lamp the chick pick, quick, nick in and grab her.
You can have her, she's a squealer.
Big dealer.
Beat,
Beat.
beat.
Take the bird with a bristosity.
Smash in.
Come on, let's rock and give this beat a passion.
Be alive.
Be the froth on the cappuccino.
Twist and jive. Bikino.
Dig the square over there with the long drape on. What a thing to wear.
Creep.
Creeps, you know. Nanas. Dozes.
Knit.
Needle hem a bit.
Twist. Twist.
Up with the fists.
Let's rumble.
Like some of these people, you know.
Not with it. I'm not saying that. You
Can't it be funny?
Prove that you're not scared of being hurt.
Just walk down the street and...
Fight with us.
You're not one of the crowd if you don't...
Scared of going into a fight.
Is it like that in Eccles? You can't go out on Saturday night in Eccles without seeing a fight now.
See?
Get them annoyed.
That's it.
Get 'em.
It's the thing to do.
Somebody shouted...
I read in the paper this morning that there was a rumble.
And the boys grabbed us.
You know, and that way caused a fight because...
The papers blaze it out of all proportion every time.
Man, you like a good scrap now and again.
And a lot of youngsters who read the papers get the idea that it's the thing to do. So go down to the dance hall and have a rumble.
They started kicking me. They got me down the ground and a boy hit me across the chest with a brick.
There's about 3 or 4 fights a night around here. More sometimes. I've seen about 6 in one night in the same dance hall.
I think all Teddy boys think about is having a big bundle with modernist boys and...
You can't see it. Like doing a ton on a motorbike. That's not showing you're a man. It's just showing off.
I got me tight black jeans, got me black leather jacket, got a big new bike, and it cost a packet on the never. I got me helmet on, half covers me face, look like a fella from outer space. I've cracked it,
Dead clever.
It's a type of uniform, leather jacket and a pair of jeans. It's to make you look apart from the other people, different than an ordinary person who's wearing a suit, you know. Squares.
Faster, faster than a camel, noisy than an electric guitar.
2 wheels, 4 wheels, squares drive cars.
Get dashing, it's smashing, it's speed that you need if you're gonna be with it. Give it the gun and all you can give it.
Living for kicks.
Hold tight, we're flying. Hold tight, hold your breath. Hold tight, we're belting. Hold tight, move over death. Hold tight, we're moving. Hold tight, we're proving that we're alive. If we survive, we can say that we're with it. Chicks streaming behind.
Past the pylons, flash of thigh.
Speeding,
here's the lot now, all we've got now, tearing by.
Now we're roaring, now we're soaring like a rocket in the sky. Now we can say we've done it.
Beat. The tale of the children of a troubled world. The tale of a search and the long journey. In the world outside the wall, there where the landscape has no feature, each one walks afraid alone here in the sunless valleys, shambling across the barren plains, seeking the source of fabled oceans.
I suddenly felt loneliness, complete and utter futility.
The world that I knew, it has vanished and gone, leaving this forest of stone. And the faces are strange and altered, everything is changed. Here where I walk alone.
Empty and barren.
Feels like people don't care. Waiting to meet people that want me.
An excessive shyness to people I didn't know.
As though everyone can notice you, as though you want to hide and you feel dead, sort of as though the floor could swallow you up.
You feel in your mind, doors shut in your face. You're not really wanted. You just sit on the edge all the time, but nobody really wants you to come in and sit round the fire in the middle.
If you're lonely and you won't tell no one what you really want.
I felt neither a child nor a woman or anything.
People think you got a disease and unwanted.
I was beginning to develop and I felt so completely unattractive, you know.
Loneliness is an awful thing.
I don't know why I should feel lonely. It's
waiting to meet
people that want me.
I've had thoughts about wanting to sleep with girls and that. Suddenly, I mean, walking along the street, you see a very beautiful woman or girl, you can suddenly imagine things.
Dreams.
Everything's perfect in a dream.
I have a dream now. One of these sleeping daydreams.
Daydreams.
You dream in bed.
Just dream of...
Just seem to lay awake at night.
I have this dream. My dream. My dream. My dream. My dream.
It was usually some big handsome man, you know, sweeping you off your feet and crushing you with his strong arms.
I was never very good with girls, you know. And in my dreams, I was always the dashing figure, you know, taking all the girls out and...
He's tall and they're sultry looking.
Got the most beautiful eyes you've ever seen. They're hazel and green and...
We would be together, we wouldn't quarrel at all. Everything would always be all right.
It was always dynamic and always definite and dominant.
I have this dream of finding a man that I respect and like, and he likes me, and somehow or other we always get to the top of a mountain, and then just quite naturally we lie down and make love, and that's it.
And you just start sort of walking along together, talking down a country lane, over the field, and the sun dead gorgeous, by a stream, no one about for miles and miles, like in Glossop, and just walking on and on, never ending.
They'll not come true. For instance, one dream that I have is winning the pools. Well, I don't fill the pools in.
A Superman, you know? I had a motorbike you could ride in the sky anywhere, at any speed, you know, and I could shoot up to a flying saucer and be away to another planet if I felt like it.
There was just this one boy. He's got a very weak heart. I say from you see, but it's absolutely wild. It's a triple blood transfusion. He's got a rare blood group, you see, and I've got the same rare blood group.
I'm walking down the street and I stop to cross the road. I go over a zebra crossing and a car draws up quickly. There's a young, very handsome man in the car. He really is a film director.
He's got to the blood immediately. And the transfusion takes place in the main hall of the Men's Union at Glasgow University. It's got this great big long table with the speaker's mace at the end of it.
And he says, "Would you like to make a picture for us? It's about a young girl." So I said, "But I'm not beautiful." I said, "We're not looking for anybody beautiful. We're looking for somebody with a face like you."
And they're saying, "Can you manage it? Can you give her any more blood?"
Steely blue eyes, and he's slim and he's sunburnt.
And I say, "How many pints have I given?" 2.
And he wants me to play the part.
I said to them, "How many more do you need to be really safe? 1 more will do. Do you think you can make it?" "I'll do it."
And this ends up with me falling in love with him, and he falls in love with me. And then he says, "I'm glad that you're so slim." And I didn't think of myself as slim. I always thought I was skinny.
I end up, you know, I give so much of my precious lifeblood that I am now fighting for my life.
And it goes on, and in the end we marry and we settle down and live happily ever after.
Your mind's sort of like a screen, like a picture house, imagining it all only more vivid and colourful. Fantastic.
And you're not really so lonely then.
Why should you be lonely when your company I am craving?
Come back in a year or two when you have started shaving.
I know a dive where we can jive and do a spot of raving.
No more waiting, hesitating, time that we were going. Oh, we're young but we're a-growing.
Oh dear, I'll hate to get a lad, for love has made me frantic.
Make up your mind afore you drive me daft with all your antics.
Oh, I can hardly get my breath, I'm feeling that romantic.
No more waiting, hesitating, time that we were going. Oh, we're young but we're a-growing.
Don't you hear that noisy racket? That's me heart a-beatin'.
Get in lower gear, me dear, your engine's overheating.
Got to find out all about it now, for time is fleeting.
No more waiting, hesitating, time that we were going. Oh, we're young but we're a-growing.
I used to think ballads were just something you used to get in the pictures and to get anywhere free.
I met lots of girls, but I think I was always too scared of them sexually to ever try anything. I've always wanted to talk with them more than anything else. I mean, to explain myself, you know, I wanted to understand them.
He asked me to come for a walk. So, at first I says no. He says, you're shy. I said, I'm not shy. I was dead scared. And I thought, oh.
It actually gives me a thrill if on the tube, if a girl I like is close to me and her hand happens to touch mine, that's truth. It gives me a thrill, just something like that. This thing in the throat there, you know, tremendous excitement.
I knew it wouldn't last.
And blokes have followed me home, but never given them the chance. Walking down Regent Road sometimes, you know, and I'm coming home, get the all-night bus, and it's about 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Dark siren. Last bus gone, drinkers gone from, pubs all closed and streets all empty, streets all empty streets.
It's not a busy place, but there's fellas walking around and trying to pick me up. I say, no thank you.
Here, beat of shoes on feet on pavement, I'll statement of shoes on. Slow down, wait till she comes abreast. Touch, wait, catch up out late. What shall I say, what shall I say? Stay, stay.
They start by asking you quite ridiculous questions, you know. Which way is it to Manchester?
Make a pass, see that she does not passing the time of night. Which way shall I? Can I ask her?
This fellow is walking away from Manchester. I says, that way. I'm thinking, he might be genuine, he might really want to know the way to Manchester, so I can't be abrupt.
She speaks, answers. Just suppose that she said, I said, she said, I said, she said, I said, she said.
I said, that way. He says, oh, is it? He says, have you been to the Ritz? I said, no. He says, don't you like the Plaza? I says, no.
Easy, take it easy, someone walking up behind. It's a copper, no, a bus conductor walking fast, past last shift. Think of something, wonder if she'll wonder if I wouldn't she if I made a pass and chances passing.
He says, where you going? I says, home. He says, are you on your own? I says, I won't be in a bit when I get home.
I wonder if she'd wonder what she'd say. I wonder if she'd would she would say, stay, stay.
He's by then walking with me. So I says, where are you going? He says, Manchester, this is the way, isn't it? I says, oh, yeah, that's nice. Trowden, it's my street.
Frankly, the idea of intercourse and sex revolts me.
There's nothing shameful about it. Why should there be?
I think sex is wonderful.
I know for a fact that I wouldn't ask my mother anything about sex. I asked her once and she said, don't talk like that. She said, sex is something sacred. I sort of curled up.
You'll learn about it later.
Big deal.
Just something that isn't mentioned.
You'd wonder what it was like, but you'd never really know.
We had a little film in school which was blooming stupid that started off. They had a diagram of the fallopian tube and the egg was released and the little waving tentacles that went around all the time. That was the film they showed you. I mean, they showed you how if the male sperm joined with the female egg, then the baby was created. They didn't tell you how the male sperm got there. Nor did they tell you what happened after the baby was created inside you. I mean, you know, that they started kind of in the middle and they finished before the end.
Oh, we bet here, oh, we bet there, and ilka fact we share.
And when we've learned the facts of life, it's then that we can pair. But keep the old folk ignorant, their feelings we mun spare.
I feel embarrassed because I feel that she is embarrassed.
What is love? I just don't believe that it's this airy, fairy, light, romantic stuff that you read about.
And he suggests that we go for a walk. And already I'm feeling excited in my heart, or my stomach, if you like, is turning over a little bit at the thought of going for a walk with him. And we came to a farmhouse. And he took his plastic Mac, which he had already hidden, from underneath a hedge and spread it on the ground. And then I began to I felt very excited. He had his arm round me. Fumbled around and it was quite enjoyable because it was new and it was exciting. It was something that hadn't happened to me before.
I don't know, sort of terrific things. And sometimes I'm even just walking down the Old Kent Road and you look and you see life. And I just sort of think, Jesus, this is great, you know. And everybody else is sort of running around like little rabbits and they don't bother to look and see. They're all sort of so busy getting married and having children and they miss life.
Oh, whack the fall the diggy-o. I think we should be getting married. Think I'm just the lad for you.
Think again, I'm in a hurry. Think I'll wait a year or two.
Oh, whack the fall the diggy-o.
Now's the time to have a wedding. Have some kids, say 2 or 3.
Now's the time for me to scamper while I've got me liberty.
Oh, whack the fall the diggy-o.
I think marriage is a complete dead end.
I think the most important thing in my life is to get married and have children.
I don't like the idea of marriage and so forth. I think it's unnatural for a person to just live with one person all his life.
I want to enjoy myself while I'm a teenager and get married after. You got your worries then, haven't you?
And no rain we sing a land,
Just think how happy we could be.
Washing up and watching telly. No, my lad, that's no for me.
Oh, whack the fall the biggie-o.
Me fancy's on an Easter wedding, that's what I would really like.
I'd rather see you on the pillion of me brand new motorbike.
Oh, whack the fall the biggie-o.
Most girls should get married and have family.
I'm hoping that I'm going to find a nice young man. I don't want to be tied to the kitchen sink.
I'd rather be a wife than somebody who worked in an office bashing at a typewriter all day.
Anything from 16 to 19, and all they talk about is my Pete, my Steve, my this, my that. They haven't got any other interest in life. And then they're married 5 years. What have they got? They've got a couple of kids. An old man who wishes to hell he'd never got married. But they've had their day, they walk down the aisle all in white and they look lovely. And they're paying for it for the rest of their life. Let them get on with it.
It just makes me feel sick, that. You slug away, you leave school at 15 or so, and then you slug away till you're 20 or so. Then you marry and then you've had it then, literally had it.
That's life. Life is having children of your own.
I believe in love, you know, sort of this mushy, sentimental, Hollywoodian type thing. All you have to do is suddenly you might meet some bird and you might say, all right, this is it, I feel like getting married, all right. But at the present moment...
Oh, whack the fall the diggy-o.
In a world like this, everything changes so rapidly. There's so many pressures brought to bear.
It depends on the individual person. I mean, if you love a bloke, well, that's it.
Come live with me and be my love, and we will some new pleasures prove. Be my mate, love, it'll be too late, love, if the armies begin to move. Come walk with me, walk in the sun while the sun's still shining. The sky above is clear of the plains that could end our love. Put your hand in mine, love, there won't be much time left for loving if the storm comes and the strontium rain.
It makes you think, though, you know, today, what mess the older people are making of the world. I mean, they're having a good old bash at the world at the moment, dropping the bombs and such, aren't they?
They say we're the first generation that's grown up with the bomb hanging over us kind of thing.
I prefer not to let it worry me. I just go along in life as if it's not sort of happening, because I don't like hearing about it, because it worries me.
Some evenings, I mean, I've got a pile of work to do and I don't feel like it, but I know I've got to do it. And I think, well, what the hell? I mean, I'm working so that I can get to university in a year's time. But in the event of a nuclear war, all this it'll be waste.
I believe, that unless the position changes radically for the better, that I've got about 10 years to live. I would like that 10 years to be as fruitful as possible in many ways.
Come walk with me where grass is growing. Lie with me beneath a tree. Time is all love, the bomb may fall, love. End of tree, love, and you and me. Stand close, my love, close. Let me put my arms around you. Now I can feel your heart beating close to mine. If they started, love, we'll be parted, love, we'll be ashes forever.
To me, I sort of see it in the sky. It's like a cover over the sky to me, and it's just going to fall any minute. Any minute, you're just sort of dodging it all the time. But the bomb, it's to think of it, it's just like nothing. It's something useless.
Atom bombs, hydrogen bombs, megaton bombs. That's all they talk about.
But, I mean, what can we do about it?
Just let things go as it is. I mean, I couldn't care less who's exploding what bomb and that sort of thing, you know. Just couldn't care less.
Older people are always crowing because young people, they don't care about anything. But when you show that you do care about something, then they're not interested. You're a load of silly nits. We don't want to hear about it. You're just being silly. You don't know what you're talking about. And even if you can put forward an absolutely terrific case for nuclear disarmament, they don't want to know about it. Because you're a young person, you don't know.
This thing is abhorrent to me. It doesn't make logical sense, it doesn't make moral sense, it doesn't make human sense.
I just take life as it comes. I don't bother about whether the bomb's going to go off or not. I mean, I'm happy, I have no worries.
You got to know why you want to live and so forth, if you're going to have a good life. If you don't, there's not much purpose in life, and there's no point in doing anything, really.
Frightened of what's above you, what's ahead of you.
The tale of the children of the troubled world, the tale of the search and the long journey.
Loneliness.
Scorning the beaten track they wander, bearing the weight of unanswered question.
I want to see life as it actually is, not just covered with sugar.
Must they always walk alone? Must they live always in death's shadow?
I'm scared.
Is there one who will relieve them of the burden of the search? Some all-wise and all-powerful God, some spirit divine.
I don't really believe in God.
God is just something that I've been taught about at school.
I think religion's got a main part in your life. I prefer to believe in myself now and people around me.
I see human beings are so insignificant that they can't assimilate everything that other human beings and nature has created. And there's this continuous finding out, rejecting, accepting for a while, and then at the end, eternal life, perhaps. Religion seems to answer this, but it's too simple.
You begin to say to yourself, have I been right believing these things? Is it right or is it wrong? It's quite frightening.
I'd say my views are Christian. I think Christianity is the perfect life, you know. I read the Bible and I say, this is so difficult to believe that I can't believe it. But wouldn't it be good?
I think I could believe in angels more than I could ever believe in a God, because angels seem to me more like heaven, you know, little children that die become angels and cherubs and things, and they float around, and it was all very nice, but I can never get quite used to the idea of somebody that had been there from the very beginning, just sitting waiting for everybody else to arrive.
I don't believe that I need a God. I don't think I need to build up some image of a completely imaginary thing because I'm afraid of standing on my own 2 feet. I think that man is basically capable of representing all the things that we regard as being good without having to think of something being better than we are.
I like the idea of somebody being specifically interested in me, you know, a God that you could talk to and tell things to. This was good, somebody to listen to you talking about yourself all the time.
It's what you do yourself, you know, what you make of yourself. I mean, this world is a hard world, but the people in it are warm, they are human.
When you're a teenager, you've got to sort of think things for yourself.
Slowly you feel responsible for your actions, and you feel the power you have in society. You feel a person, and you want to do your best in society. You want to become a proper person in society, and not just on the fringes.
I lost that feeling of just being pushed around, and I'm feeling that I've taken possession of myself. I suddenly realised as well that I can't change myself just by myself. I've got to vibrate, I've got to radiate what I know and tell it to all the people around me.
Life has got everything to offer. It's just there for the getting. It's theirs just for the getting.
Here where we walk, we plant our flag and claim our world. Here in our father's barren ground, and here we'll clear the earth and plant tomorrow's harvest. Yes!
Walking down a street and it's a gorgeous night and people sat at the doorstep, you know, and women gossiping. I know it's not a beautiful sight, but it seems like home, you know.
And we come out, and we've been freezing and frightened the night before, and we came out and the sun was shining and it's forest. Oh.
And I sat in a carriage and I looked at everybody in it. It's like in a dream, you know. I see everything they were doing.
The people stood on the doorsteps on the hot summer night, drinking the beer what they'd just got from the corner. It seemed that nice.
And there was a stream, and we just sat down there and went to sleep.
I sat there immobile, you know, and all these people one by one took over me. They were coming through me like a seance, and I was seeing these people as they live, and it went on.
It was fantastic. It was like listening to life, you know. Life is the thing that matters.
Just the beauty of life itself. It's theirs just for the getting. And to think that we're part of it. Glad that I'm alive and can do these things. Meet people and be friends with everyone. Just to be alive.
The tale of the children of the troubled world. The end of the tale and the long journey.